and welcome to my channel. I'm Gina and I make videos all about real estate. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe. Today I'm bringing you in with me to this 1920s Spanish Mediterranean style fourplex, and I'm going to be showing you guys a unit that just got vacated. The tenant was in there for about 10 years paying $1,400 a month, and I'm going to show you guys what I'm doing to remodel it. So come in. Here are the four doors to the different units. So as you enter straight into the living room. Here's the aftermath of the tenant that has lived here for about 10 years. And she was paying just $1,400 a month, which is definitely under market rent for a one-bedroom in Silver Lake, which is a prime hipster neighborhood in Los Angeles. I think that market rent for a one-bedroom in this kind of rundown condition could go for $1,850 or even $1,900. We're hoping that the remodeling that we're going to be doing and the investment that we're going to be putting into remodeling this place is going to pay off in increased rent that we can get from the place. Luckily, the tenant that was here took all of her belongings with her, so that is good for me because that means I don't need to clean up all her personal belongings. This building is under rent control, which means that $1,400 she was paying, we couldn't bring up to market rent because there's only a certain amount you can increase it every year. So until the tenant leaves, rent pretty much remains the same with, maybe a small 3% increase every year. But now that we have the opportunity to, we want to make this place as nice as possible and attract some tenant that loves it and makes it their home and is willing to pay more for it. So now I'm going to go into a little bit more of the plan and what we're going to be doing with the apartment. This apartment has a lot of little original, quirky, charming characteristics that we definitely want to keep when we remodel this. So we're going to try to modernize the place, but also keep its historic and charming aspects. So these built-in bookshelves, for example, are some of the things that are original to the apartment, and also you can see a few of the other things right here, for example. More built-in drawers and shelves that we want to keep all of this just because it's kind of unique, and you don't really see this in modern buildings anymore. So I think it's like a very special aspect that you can only get in an older building, and so we don't want to get rid of that. This little vanity in the closet is another good example with original built-in drawers, and that's something we're definitely going to keep. For both the living room and the bedroom, we are just going to make some small cosmetic changes, and so first things first, we gotta fix the flooring. I'm still debating whether I want to get rid of this flooring and put new flooring, either laminate or vinyl, throughout the entire place, or try to just refinish these and continue it through the kitchen. We do want to keep the same flooring throughout so that the flooring is seamless. That would create openness and make it feel larger also. But if this flooring can't be continued throughout the kitchen, then we're definitely going to get rid of it and put new flooring. And also, if we could get something that's waterproof like vinyl or laminate, that would be great because, the kitchen. We're definitely going to need a paint job in both the living room and the bedroom. We're going to have to patch up any cracks or chips in the walls, and we also need new window coverings. But these gotta go. I'm thinking something that you can just pull up and pull down, so I don't know, we'll see what's out there. For the paint color, I'm gonna choose a bright white color just to open up the space, and we're gonna still have a very warm caramel orangey kind of wooden floor look, so that will bring in warmth, but the bright white on the walls will open the space up and make it feel big and bright. The color I'm going to choose for this is actually a color I've used in many other places. It's called Bit of Sugar from the Home Depot brand called Bear, and I love that color because it's really crisp and fresh. And this color is going to be used throughout the entire unit, so it's going to go all the way from the living room to the bedroom to the kitchen and even in the bathroom. So it's going to feel very seamless. Okay, let me take you guys into the kitchen and show you what we're going to be doing in here. I think we're going to be keeping this swinging door because I think it helps divide between the kitchen and the bedroom. It also just, it's another characteristic about the place that's nice and charming. Here we have some pantry space and a lot of cabinets. Pretty much everything in the kitchen kitchen is gonna stay the same layout, but we're gonna get all new cabinets, all new kitchen appliances, stainless steel, stove, fridge, sink. I think I want to get one of those microwaves to put over the stove that has the fan under it also. So pretty much the same layout here, but all new appliances and cabinets, and definitely new countertops. I'm not a fan of this granite look, so that's gotta go. If you haven't already, give this video a thumbs up. This area here, right when you enter the kitchen, is perfect to put a small circular table for a breakfast nook or whatever it is. And behind the kitchen, there's this huge, almost closet space, and this is gonna be refinished also, so newly painted, floor put throughout here. But we're gonna leave this as a storage space so people can put their bikes, suitcases, any bulky items, maybe add some shelving in here to add for storage. And taking you into the bathroom. The bathroom is definitely gonna need a lot of work. We're gonna need new tile flooring all the way through. And of course, we're gonna paint the bathroom the same color as the rest of the place, that white color. We are gonna need to get brand new everything pretty much. We need a new tub, new sink, and new toilet. For the sink, I definitely want to get something that's less wide so it doesn't cut into the bathroom space that much, because this is a really small bathroom. We're going to need something that kind of cuts off around here. Other than that, I want new tiles over the walls, and yeah, that's about it. So all in all, everything needs to come out of the bathroom pretty much. So aside from the interior renovations, I also want to make the exterior a lot nicer. I think I'm going to add some flowers or some sort of vegetation and plants over here to make it more inviting. This unit is super nice because it has 3 different entrances. It has the front door, this side door, and a back door through the kitchen area. So that's really, really great. Now for a rundown with the pricing. For the kitchen materials, so that's for the cabinets and for the appliances, I estimate something around $8,000 to cover that, more or less. The expenses for the bathroom, including the tub, the sink, and the toilet, and the tiles for the floor and the wall, I think are gonna come somewhere around $2,500, more or less, hopefully in that range. The cost for the paint for the entire unit, I think will be somewhere around $600. Maybe 2 5-gallon buckets of that white paint. The cost of the flooring throughout the entire unit, I think, is gonna go for about $1,500. Of course, this depends on if we're gonna be able to refinish this floor and extend it into the kitchen, or if we're gonna need to replace it with laminate or vinyl. So depending on that, I think the cost might go from $1,500 to $2,500. And then the cost for labor for this entire project, I think is gonna go for somewhere around $10,000. I'm not completely sure if all of this is gonna be accurate, but this is just my estimate. I'm no expert, but I hope that we can get this done for under $22,500. We'll see if we can get that done. As for the amount of time that this is gonna take, I'm hoping we can get this done within the next month and a half, and we can get this place rented by the beginning of June, so that we can collect rent for the month of June. Like I said, I'm no expert at renovations, but I've done a little bit of homework on a lot of this stuff, and everywhere it says that I should always estimate that it's gonna cost a lot more than I think it will, and it's gonna take a lot more time and energy, and I'm gonna run into a lot more problems than I think I will. So I definitely am interested to see how this goes. And I'm probably gonna be looking back at this video, shaking my head at the fact that I thought it was gonna be so easy, cheap, and quick. But we'll see how it goes. But just knowing that this is just gonna be some renovations and is all cosmetic and nothing structural, I hopefully am correct in not foreseeing too many complications. So with this $22,500 investment, I expect that this place will be able to be rented for about $2,500 a month. Given its location, the amount of space, everything is brand new and spickety-spack. If I'm able to rent this place for $2,500, that will be $600 a month over the market rate of this unit in its current condition, which is about $1,900. That would be an extra $7,200 a year. So, you know, I think that's a pretty good return. $7,200 a year extra on a $22,000 investment is pretty good. Also, the renovations will be increasing the property value overall, so that's another extra return on the investment. Like I said, I'm no expert, so I'm taking you guys along for the renovations with me, and you guys can learn from my mistakes as I learn through the process. But I did do some research on renovating rental units, and these are some of the things that stuck out to me. One, you definitely need to choose durable materials because tenants will break anything that can be broken. For example, this unit was in pretty good condition before the previous tenant moved in. That just goes to show how much wear and tear a place goes through throughout the years. And so it's really important to get materials that are gonna last, and that will give you the most bang for your buck. Along with that point, it's really important to get tenants that love the place and are gonna take care of it as if it's their own and they're proud to live here and make it their home. Number two, it's really important to calculate some extra budget to go into the project because most of the time you underestimate how much it's going to cost to do the things that you want to get done. So, for example, I actually just remembered that I forgot to mention that there's going to be a lot of replacing of little fixtures, door handles, and things of that sort that I didn't put into my cost estimate. So it's really important to maybe even calculate 25% more than you think it's going to cost, just in case. Along with that point, it's also important to calculate that it might take a lot longer than you expect, so even if it takes double the amount of time, you need to be okay with that. Number three, it's really important to monitor the progress of the project. So even if you have a contractor hired to take care of the whole project, it's important to come to the project and make sure everything is going well and update the contractor or the workers on what needs to be done differently in case anything is going wrong and not how you want it to go. I'm sure you guys know that right now there's a pandemic and everyone is supposed to be quarantined at home. Construction is deemed an essential business and so is housing. So that means that we can go along with this project. Of course, we are going to be taking the maximum precautions possible and meeting all the guidelines. So with this, I've already found a team of workers that are going to be working on this project, and they are a team that has been working together throughout this time anyways on other projects. So they aren't going to be new people that are mingling because of this project. So I know that they are already in contact, so that won't bring new people into the mix. Additionally, I will make sure to check up on the progress of the project, and I will only come once the workers are gone at the end of the day and will not touch anything. And I'll definitely be prepared with a mask and gloves just in case. And I will try my best to break it up so that I don't come too often, but just when is needed, and will relate any information that I need to the workers only by phone and not in person. Anyways, I'm excited to show you guys the before and after. I think this is a really exciting part of real estate, and renovating a rental unit is super rewarding. It takes a pretty ugly space into something that can be really beautiful and a place that someone is gonna be super excited to turn into their home. I think my favorite part of this is gonna be showing it to potential tenants and seeing their excitement to apply for the place and to move in. Renovating a place like this is kind of a creative outlet that's in the real estate realm, and I'm really excited to get started with it. I plan to document the entire process from start to finish and show you guys updates of how it's going, and of course show you guys the finished product. If you haven't already, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more to come.